All right, well, let's just jump in. I'm going to get right into the information today. I don't have any slides or anything, so you're going to want to just take copious notes. But let's talk a little bit about how to launch, or excuse me, about how to grow an audience, influence others, and make money using LiveStream. For those of you who've been watching me for some time, you know that I love to go Facebook Live. I love it. In fact, I try to do it at least 4 times per week. That's my goal, to go Facebook Live 4 times per week. Now, we're going to talk about the different types of lives that I do and the different types of lives that you should be doing as well. But I want to be able to help you understand how you can grow your audience, influence others, and make money using live streams. First thing, though, is I've got to tell you that so many people say, well, Chad, I can't really use Facebook Live because I'm an introvert. Okay, I'm an introvert and I'm so shy and I'm so quiet, and what would I do? And I'm not sure I should do it. And, you know, it's so easy for you because you're extroverted, but it's not easy for me. Well, let me just go on to tell you that almost every news anchor, you watch CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, CNN, almost every news anchor, it's almost in the 90 percentile, is introverted. Okay, so the people who get on camera, they're introverted. David Letterman, introverted. Jimmy Fallon, even though he's wild and crazy, introverted. Okay, Stephen Colbert, introverted. These are guys that are on camera that you watch all the time. These guys are introverted. And actually, introverts make the best people on camera. Why? Because introverts have a tendency to rely a little bit more on their preparation than they do on their personality. And because of that, introverts can be much better on camera than us extroverts because you're going to prepare a little bit more than we are. So the quality of your content can come roaring through over the screen. So don't give me this I'm an introvert excuse, because I'm telling you, almost everybody that you see on television that makes millions and millions and millions of dollars on television, they are all introverted. So okay, so let's just get that out of the way. Second thing is people say, well, I don't know what I'm going to teach. This is like, why would people? No, here's a big one that I get. Why would people want to listen to me? Okay, well, quite honestly, if something of value to share, then people would want to extrapolate that value, because we are all value-seeking opportunists, okay? We are always in the mode and in the mood to try to extrapolate value from somebody that we can apply to our life, and it'll either help us in our personal life or help us monetarily. So why would they want to listen to you? Well, if you have something of value to share, they want to. I wonder if you guys know, participate with me a little bit if you're watching this live today. Participate with me a little bit. Who can tell me what the top 10 YouTube videos are out there? Okay, right now, the top 10 videos. Now, they tell me that if you were to take, now YouTube is only like 12 years old. If you were to take every YouTube video and just put them in succession, I've heard a statistic that it would take you like 60 billion years to watch every video on YouTube. That's a ton of videos. And so out of the millions and millions of videos, what do you think the top 10 are? Okay, top 10. Well, let me just give you a little hint. Okay, I actually know the answer. Okay, the top 10 videos are actually kids playing video games and people opening toys. That's right. Kids playing video games and people watching toys. My son, I could put him on this couch right behind me. Okay, I can put him on this couch and he can watch my TV over here. And I can let him turn on YouTube, turn on these kids playing these Roblox games. I could leave for a 2-week vacation and come back, and he would still be sitting on the couch, glued to that YouTube video, not moving at all. Well, what is he trying to do by watching that YouTube video? He's actually trying to gain value. When I play that video game, what can I do? What little tip can I do? What trick can I use? What route can I go? What would save me time? What would save me energy? In the Roblox world, what would actually save me money? So he watches video to try to be able to get as much value as possible out of the YouTube video, and that's why we watch. Okay, it's really crazy. So you say, well, why would people watch you? I'm telling you, if the top 10 videos on YouTube, and you're talking 70, 80, 90 million views, are like these 17-year-old kids playing video games, and these 25 or 30-year-old mothers opening, LOL dolls or Shopkin dolls, trust me, you have something in this noggin that can help people. So I want to help you do this. So let's get on. I've got looks like about 9 or 10 points today. So let's jump in. I'm going to grab a pencil and a piece of paper, and so glad that you guys are here watching me on all of our platforms. I'm sort of geeked out because I'm doing this on one camera and I'm broadcasting in multiple rooms today, which is super, super exciting. So I want to welcome everybody from my ClickFunnels Design Academy and everyone in the Launch Fuel Online Coaching Academy, everybody in the Catapult crew, and everybody watching me on my personal page. Here we go. Number one, how are you going to make money? Oh, by the way, if you think this could benefit some folks, will you do me a favor? Will you just take and anybody who's watching, just hit the share button. I'm going to give you ways that you can grow an audience, influence others, and actually make money using live stream. So if you know people that could benefit from this, would you do me a favor? I'm going to take a 10-second break, literally 10 seconds, and we're all just going to go share if you don't mind, okay? All right, thank you so much for doing that. Today's topic, how to grow an audience, influence others, and make money using live streams. Grab your pencil and piece of paper because here we go. Number one, you have to pick a topic, okay? You have to pick a topic. Now, the topic is incredibly important because you have to speak on something that interests people and that you're knowledgeable about. Now, there's different types of live streams. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But whatever you're speaking on, it has to interest people and that you're knowledgeable about. So when I was in the church space, when I was a pastor, I would come on and I would do Facebook Lives, and I would talk about a topic that I would be speaking on. So if I was speaking on, parenting, I'd come on and do a little preview, a little tip on parenting. If I was, teaching on some theological topic, I would come on and do something theological because my audience was all interested in those things because they were showing up by the hundreds, if not thousands, and watching me speak every weekend, right? And so I would talk on that topic. Now that I am doing digital marketing and coaching, and I'm influencing people literally all around the world in the space of online digital marketing, almost everything that I teach on is on this particular topic. And my niche, my specialty is on launching, okay? And my secondary specialty is on ClickFunnels, okay, on funnel design. So almost everything that I teach is going to be about launching a business, launching a product, making money online, or some kind of design tips, design trick, or whatever on ClickFunnels. That's pretty much all that I teach about on here, okay? And then because I'm a coach, there are also certain things that I find that may be valuable to you because I want to provide hope and inspiration. That's the pastor in me. I want to be able to offer that to you as well. So those are really the three things that I teach on a lot: on how to build, grow, launch a business, okay, on anything designed with ClickFunnels, and anything that's going to provide hope and inspiration. Those are my three things. So you have to talk on a topic that interests people and that you're knowledgeable about. So what I'd like is go ahead, if you're live with me, do me a favor, go ahead and in the chat room, begin telling me what is it that you are an expert at, or what is it that you're knowledgeable at, even if you don't consider you're an expert. Because in order to make money online using Livestream, you have to talk on a topic that interests people, okay, and that you're knowledgeable about, okay? Interest people and you're knowledgeable about. Those are the two critical components to growing an audience and influence others and making money on live stream. Let me just give you a tip of how successful we're being right now. So my last 7 Launch Fuel TV shows, okay, that we've done have gotten like a minimum of 5,000 views, okay? And they've never broken 12,000. So I'm somewhere between 5,000 and 12,000 views on my Launch Fuel TV interviews that I do via Facebook Live, okay, just to my audience. I don't put any money behind it, but I do those two things, okay? I talk on a topic that interests people, and I bring people on that have knowledge about it. That is the two-pronged recipe to being successful online, okay? So what are you knowledgeable about, and what would interest people? So let me know, okay? Let me know. I'm going to try to scroll through these through the chats if I can, and I know we've got 3 rooms open, so I'm going to try to do that. And so what are you knowledgeable about, and what do you think people would watch you on, okay? So Sabrina says how-to videos are probably the top. Yeah, we'll be talking a little bit about that in just a minute, Sabrina. And let me come back to my main page. So go ahead. It's a participatory, I know I don't always do these, but it's a participatory topic today. So what are you knowledgeable about, and what would interest people. Here's a few samples. Here's a few ideas. Okay, one, coaching, anything coaching, and this coaching is can be spread, literally across the world, and it doesn't matter what you do. Okay, I know a lot of friends. So we do a lot of work with the Young Living essential oils. I've got a friend of mine who does a lot of their sites and a lot of their platforms for that multi-level marketing agency. I got some friends in the Plexus MLM. I got some friends in the Isogenics MLM. I've got some friends in the It Works MLM. So there's a lot of multi-level marketing people that I know. I'm not doing those myself, but I used to do Isogenics. But in this film, and they're always asking me, well, what can I talk about? And so what they would do is they would just bring their products on and they would talk about them. I'm like, look, no, you're pitching, you're selling. Don't do that. What you need to do is, if you're selling like a health and wellness product, then what you should do is you should coach somebody on a particular concept of health and wellness that would interest people and that you're knowledgeable on. And then you can use that as a gateway to then introduce them to your products. But don't just come on here and give me your product all the time. That's boring. Okay, and nobody's really interested in that, and they just think you're going to sell them on something. So do something that helps them, adds value. Something else is you can do a product review. This is really good, especially like if you're selling any type of an affiliate product, okay? And so I'm getting ready to do my very first one. I'm going to be doing a product review on 3 products, on ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, and Builderall, okay? ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, and Builderall. I'm going to do a side-by-side evaluation of all 3 of those products, okay? Now, what a product review can do is people who are interested in looking at those, they're going to come on and they're going to want to watch, and because you're knowledgeable about it, you're going to be able to be the expert in the field. And then what you can do, if you're going to sell one of those, then you can provide your affiliate link. Okay, so like let's say that, I really like ClickFunnels. So then you put your affiliate link in. Or, you know what, guys, ClickFunnels is great, but Builderall, for the amount of money it costs, I would go with that one, put your affiliate link in. Or Lead Pages, put your affiliate in. Or you can actually have a little opt-in page, okay, where people can go there to read the review, watch your Facebook Live, then later they can go to this page to read the review, and then they can purchase either one of those if they want using your affiliate link. Product reviews are a great thing on Live. Okay, promo an event or product. Okay, yesterday I came on and I did a Facebook Live, and I promoted my upcoming masterclass coming up here in Phoenix this coming Saturday, March the 17th. It's a great way to do that. Promo something, okay? This is a really good one too, is if you're a realtor. Okay, and you're trying to sell a house, bring your camera down and do a quick little 3 or 4 minute Facebook Live video showcasing the house, and then invite people to come down to your open house. If you're if you do like these candle parties or these, any type of thing that you're going to be doing at your house, okay, set up the house, go around, take a little camera and invite people to come in. You can tease the training. Okay, hey guys, I'm gonna, let's say that I was gonna do this on a webinar. I could come on here and I could tease a training, and I could say something like, hey guys, I've got 10 steps to growing an audience, influencing others, and making money on using LiveStream, and I'm gonna talk with you about those today. Today I'm gonna give you point number 1, and I could come on, I could teach point number 1, and then put a link in there and say, if you want the other 9 points, click the button below and watch this free webinar. You could tease a training on it. So you can use Facebook Live as an awesome way, and all this has to do with picking a topic. What topic are you going to teach? Patricia says that I help Christians, writers, and speakers build a business around their spiritual gifts, so I know about messaging, marketing, trading, branding, creative programming, etc. Okay, so Patricia, if I were you, what I would do is I would take a spiritual gift, okay, one of them, okay, and what I would do, so let's say that you're going to talk about the gift of whatever, okay, of discernment, okay? Then what I would do is I would come on and say, hey, today I'm going to be talking to you about the gift of discernment. Now, why would you talk about the gift of discernment as opposed to messaging, marketing, training, branding, creative program? You can talk about those, and you should talk about those. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to identify your audience. And so typically people who will come on and watch you teach something on a spiritual gift probably also want to know how they can use that spiritual gift to do something powerful in their life. And it's a perfect segue. So come on and just teach one concept and say, hey, if you want to know more about spiritual gifting and how you can use that to make a difference in the world and actually use it to make a career, I'd love to set up a free 15-minute coaching call with you. Here's a link, and you put it right in your Facebook Live. It's pretty awesome. Mark says, I'm trying to drive membership into an association for nonprofit board members. Okay, so Mark, what you should do is you should talk about your nonprofit and the difference that you make in people's lives. okay? And so, hey, here's what we're doing, okay? And then you could say, listen, we want to give you the opportunity to be able to make a difference as well. And there's multiple ways that you can do that. But if you're interested, I'd like to be able to send you something via email, and then you can just send them an email on the ways that they could help, okay? It's wonderful ways. Jeff says, teach it and preach it. I love it. I love it. Thanks, Jeff. Welcome, buddy. So glad to have you here. So in order to make money, number one, you have to talk on a topic, and the two-pronged formula is that interests people and that you're knowledgeable about. If you can do those two things, you can make a difference. It blows my mind. In fact, I get 2, 3, 4 a week. It blows my mind how many people that I positively influence with my Facebook Lives that I don't even know. I don't even know. I got a friend request from a really high-level gal in the marketing world. I'm talking really, really high level, makes multi-million-dollars. She sent me a friend request, and I accepted it, and then she sent me a text message, a direct message via Facebook. She goes, oh, my God, thank you so much for accepting my friendship. You have no idea the difference that you've made in my business. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're making millions of dollars. And she replies, she goes, yes. And she goes, you taught these 3 things, and I applied them. And she goes, those 3 things turned into $100,000 for me. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know her. She wasn't even a friend of mine on Facebook, okay? But because I do Facebook Live and I make them all public, lots of people watch these things that I don't even know. So pick a topic that interests people and that you're knowledgeable about. Number 2, decide on your platform. Decide on your platform. And there are a lot of different platforms, okay? There's Facebook Live, there's YouTube Live, there's LinkedIn Live, okay, there's Twitter Live, which is, I think, it starts with a P. I forget it. I don't ever use it. It's sort of obsolete. But there are all kinds of ways that you can use it. And so what I did, you guys may be noticing now that I just signed up and bought LiveLeap, okay? I should have had my affiliate link in here, but I bought LiveLeap because I'm going to test it out because it allows you to broadcast to like 25 different platforms simultaneously. So you can come on and broadcast once, and you can do simultaneously. If you do that, then what platform are you going to perform on is not as important if you have a program like that. But here's what I want you to know, okay? What's more important than what platform is where are people following you at the most? Okay, where are people following you at the most? Okay, I always like to give this illustration that you have to fish where the fish are. Okay, fish where the fish are. Okay, so in my group, I think I'm up to like 4,650 friends on Facebook. Okay, in my Design Academy, I have like 300 students, and in my Launch Full Academy, I have like 188 students. Okay, so where do I have fish at? Okay, if I only fish in the group that I have 188 students, I'm missing out on 4,500 other people who could be watching my Facebook Lives. So I always go Facebook Live to my personal page, and I make it public. Why? Because that's where the fish are. And here's a big objective that many of you give me, and I want to talk you through this today. Many of you say, yeah, Chad, but the majority of my friends, they're not interested in what I do for a living. They're just my garage band playing buddies. They're not interested. No. Don't think on their behalf. You fish where the fish are and allow the fish to determine whether they want to take the bait or not. Does that make sense? Don't say, you know what, I know this ocean, I know this lake has, 50,000 fish in it. But you know what? I want to use a motor oil fake worm, and they really like stink bait, so I'm just not going to fish it. That's where the fish are. Put the bait on that the fish want to eat, and they'll bite. Does that make sense? So don't think for your audience. Let your audience think for themselves. So I go on there and I do this, and I teach live to my personal page over and over and over again. And I can't tell you, it's so funny. I run into people who I was a pastor of, and they're like, we watch like all your trainings. We don't even know what a ClickFunnels is, but they're so fun and entertaining. We just watch, okay? It's funny, just let the fish decide whether they want to bite it or not. You don't make that decision for them. So you need to fish where the fish are. So which platform are you going to use? What I would tell you is whichever one you have the largest following on, that's the platform that you use. But if you can, do all of them simultaneous using a program called LiveLeap. Now I use a couple of them. This LiveLeap is brand new for me. I'm still trying to figure it out, okay? But when I want to, like with my Thursday, I do a Facebook Live on Thursday, every Thursday at 9 a.m. Arizona time. And I use a platform called BeLive.tv. So BeLive.tv. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to bring a guest on, and we can be side by side. Or with a talk show format, I can bring multiple guests on, up to 3, so 4 of us can be on the screen at one time. Or I can share my laptop so you guys can see my slides. It allows me to have a lot of freedom and flexibility. You can also use Zoom Webinar. Zoom Webinar is a really good platform. It costs some money, like $50. So BeLive is free. Zoom Webinar is like $40 a month, but it's got a lot of flexibility, and you can bring multiple people on, and then it can also simulcast Facebook Live. So you can think about the different platforms you use. But listen, if you're just starting out, all you need to use is, and we'll talk a little bit about this in a minute, but all you really need to use is just an iPhone, okay? You don't need any of those fancy tips and tricks or fancy tools. We'll get that later, but just get started. That's what I would tell you. The third thing, so the first one is pick a topic. Second one is decide which platform you're going to use. Third one is what quality of streaming do you want to use? What quality of streaming do you want to use? And what I would tell you, the quality of your stream would depend on what you're trying to accomplish. So when I do my quick coaching inspirational videos, I like to do those walking or in the car, okay? Because I believe it gives you a little bit more of a personal feel to it. But I'm not going to do really in-depth teaching that way. Why? Because it's too dizzy, okay? And really, when I want to do in-depth teaching, I'm going to be at my computer just like this. I'm going to be teaching you where it's relatively I was going to say disaster-free. I can't promise that. I got kids, okay? But it's a distraction-free environment for the most part. I got a couple dogs running around, and my kids are home because of spring break this week. But for the most part, it's distraction-free for your audience and also for yourself. But if I was going to be just teaching something inspirational, I'm going to use my iPhone. Let me give you some examples, okay? When you're doing any type of like inspirational coaching videos, remember you want to pick a topic and make it a single topic. And then those you want to keep relatively short. So my teaching videos like I do like this, I typically teach for an hour every Monday, and I do an interview for an hour every Thursday. Okay, that's just my teaching, the way that I teach. But if I'm doing inspirational videos, I try to make those anywhere between 3 minutes and 10 minutes. So, for instance, not too long ago, let me give you some ideas. I was walking and I saw some money laying on the ground. And I got really excited. And I ran over there as fast as I could, looked around, reached down and picked up the money, and it was a dollar bill. And I remember thinking to myself, shoot, it's only $1. And if you remember this training, it just hit me like, oh my God, that's money. It's free money. I picked it up. It could actually help me. But I made the statement that said it's only money. And how many of you do that? How many of you look at yourself in the mirror and you're looking at an incredibly valuable asset and you're like, well, you know, it's just only me. Like, why would anybody want me? Well, why would I do an online business? It's just me. It's only me. Well, why would I teach on that? It's only me. And we have a tendency to look at each other and talk about, remember this teaching? If those of you watch it, I talked about only. Well, that was about a 5 to 7 minute video, but I talked about one topic, and it was hopeful, it was inspirational, it was moving, it was motivational, and it was on my iPhone. It was quick and easy, okay? So when I teach like that, okay, that quality is going to be what we call cell phone quality, okay? So one level you have is you have what we call cell phone quality, okay? That's just where you're using your cell phone. Now, when you do lives, you want to turn your phone sideways, FYI, when you do the lives, and know where your camera is. Your camera, you know, is probably going to be up on the left, and look in your camera. Don't look at yourself on the image, look at the camera, but turn it sideways. The reason is if somebody's watching on a computer or on a TV, they don't get this little strip, they get a full-blown video. It's good for you editing, okay? The second one is what we call cell phone plus, which is where I'm going to use my cell phone or my mobile phone to do it, but I'm probably going to have it on some kind of tripod, and I'm probably going to have some kind of lighting on me. Okay, that would be more than sufficient for what you are going to do. The third one is what we call the desktop, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, and there's a couple of ways to do desktop. This is where I'm using just a basic webcam. I'm actually using the one out of my computer right now, but you can get a third-party webcam if you want really nice high def, and I recommend that, and you can put it on top. Now, let me give you a little tip about this, okay? One of the big mistakes that a lot of people make, and I'm going to try to illustrate this, is when they're using a laptop, they're going to put the laptop on the table, and they're going to lean it back, and they're going to be looking down into the camera, and if you do that, it's going to look something like like this, and I can't get my computer high enough. But what you're going to see is you're going to see all the ugly ceiling. I have a 35-foot ceiling, so you can't see it. But you're going to see all the ugly ceiling and everything up there. Okay, this look right here is very unprofessional. But this is what you get on a laptop or a desktop when you are above it. This is unprofessional. Don't do that. What you need to do is you need to, let me get this back. Okay, you need to have your camera. Okay, so the camera, you need to have that at the same level as your forehead, okay? At the same level as your forehead, so when you're speaking, you can look right into it, and it's framed nice and clean, okay? That's incredibly important. So what you may need to do is you may need to put your computer up on like a box, okay? So it gets raised up, or you may need to raise your, sit on a phone book or something so you're high enough, but you need to have your camera straight, and your head needs to be at the same height as your camera. Okay, so that's the third kind. So you have the cell phone plus, you have the desktop, and then the fourth is you have what we call TV, or the TV quality. Okay, where we literally build a studio, and you can use your DSLR. They have an output on your DSLR that will actually allow you to stream live. You can have professional television lights. You can have a nice studio and a nice setting. That's what I'm working on right now. I've actually been given a studio, and we're in the process of building it right now. But the guy who gave it to me won't get all this crap out of it, so it's being delayed a little bit. And so we'll see if I get that. But I very quickly want to move to a TV studio. I just feel like that my business is growing rapidly enough, and my teachings I think they're pretty decent. I want to be able to surround myself with the environment. But right now, I just do it from my home. And but you can see it's my home. It's my home. And, you can see, back over here, I've got like all my pictures and images. And over here, you can see my outside. It's nice and sunny in Arizona today. My workplace is relatively clean and neat, but, things happen. Okay, so those are the four types of quality. So which one are you going to do? And what I would tell you is don't overthink it. Just whatever one you're going to do, just do it. But if you're going to do impromptu, use your cell phone. If you're going to use teaching videos, either use cell phone plus or a desktop. And when you get to the part where you can do TV, that costs you about $10,000 to $12,000, then you can do the TV quality. Okay. Fourth one. Point number 4 is when are you going to do Facebook Live? Okay, when? So the first one is pick a topic, okay, that interests people and that you're knowledgeable about. Second is decide which platform you're going to use. Third is what quality. The fourth one is when. When are you going to go live, okay? And once again, it just depends on what type of live you're going to do. What I do and what I recommend you do is pick a date and a time, put it on your calendar, block it off, and come hell or high water, you're going to be on. So for me, every Monday, I'm going to be live, okay? At 10 a.m. Arizona time, I'm going live, okay? I call it the Monday Morning Mentor, okay, or the Coach's Corner. And I'm going to come on, I'm going to do some kind of coaching every single Monday. Okay, on Thursday, almost every Thursday, I'm on live at 9 a.m. Arizona time, and I'm interviewing an expert, and we call that Launch Fuel TV. Those 2 dates are consistent. You can bank on those, okay? And one of those I give away for free, and one of those I sell, okay? Actually, both of them I give away for free, and then eventually after 7 days, we move them over to the coaching community that we sell, okay? So you can do that, but you have to be consistent. That's incredibly important. If it's impromptu, make them short. If it's scheduled, you can be long, okay? So if it's impromptu, short, scheduled, long. Regardless of what you do, be consistent. Okay? You have to be consistent. Number 5, okay, decide how you're going to deliver it. How are you going to deliver it? Now remember, there's different types of Facebook Lives, okay, or different types of live streams, okay? One is what we call the mono and mono, okay? The one-on-one. This is where it's me speaking to you. That's it. It's only me on a camera. I got a pencil. I got my notepad. I'm relatively prepared, and I'm just going to speak to you. Okay, I'm going to help you out. Okay, mono and mono. That's one-on-one. Okay. The second one is the interview. It's where I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to an expert, and the expert and I are going back and forth, and I would be on one side, and the expert would be on the other. Okay, that's called the interview. The third one is called the talk show. The talk show is where it's me on one side, and I've got 1 or 2 or 3 panel members that we're talking to about a particular topic. Okay, that's a type of show or type of deliverability. Okay, the other type is what I call the professor. Okay, or the presenter. That's probably a better word, the presenter, and that's where it's going to be my slide deck where I'm going to be on my desktop or on my laptop, and I'm going to show you a set of slides. Okay, and I'm going to teach through those slides. Okay, that's the presenter option. So there's multiple options that you can do. What I like to do is on Mondays I come to you one-on-one, and sometimes I have my slides. It's a hybrid method. Okay, so sometimes if I'm prepped enough, or if I think that they would really benefit me, then I will come on here and I will do that. Okay, I like to do that. Another one too, by the way, let me get this fifth one in before I forget. Another one is what I call the whiteboard. Okay, the whiteboard. This is where somebody will come on, and I have an Apple Pencil right here, and I have an iPad, and what I'll do is I'll come on Facebook Live with a whiteboard, and I want to teach you something. You'll be able to see me in the lower right-hand side or upper right-hand side, and I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm going to use it as a whiteboard, and I'm going to teach you something. Okay, that's very good in the presenter format if you want to, but what we know is whiteboard videos are really effective. We like to see things. Don't know why, but we like to see things, and we like to see what people write. So how are you going to deliver your Facebook Live? This is incredibly important for you. Let me see what kind of comments we have here. Kina says, I'm a business and success coach for professional performing artists. I teach artists to become the CEO of their careers. Awesome, Kina. So what I would do is I would come on and I would do some coaching I would do some teaching and some coaching on one way that they can monetize their career and say, hey, I've got 7 or 8 more. If you want those, I put that together in a free workshop. Or if you want those, I'd love to give you a free 15-minute coaching consultation, okay? LinkedIn doesn't offer anything similar to Facebook Live. I have 5,000 contacts on LinkedIn. Mark, I am actually live on my LinkedIn as we speak right this moment, okay? Just FYI, this video is being broadcast on my LinkedIn. You can do that through Lively, okay? Through Lively. It'll put it in as a post, and you can go there and watch that, okay? It's not a V Live, it's BELIVE.TV. And Audra, it's not believe.tv, it's Be Live. So take that E out of there, okay? Oh, she fixed it, okay, perfect. John says, so much value. Thank you, buddy. Mark says, is Facebook Live related only to your personal profile, or can you do it from a Facebook page? Yeah, so as we speak right now, I'm broadcasting on my personal page. I'm also broadcasting on my public page. I'm also broadcasting in 2 of my private groups, my Launchfield Online Coaching Academy and my ClickFunnels Design Academy. And I'm also live on LinkedIn. And if I had the time, I would also be live on my Twitter, okay? But you can do that with Live Leap, okay? And I'll have an affiliate link on there if you want to get it here in a little bit. I'll give you the affiliate link, but you don't need to wait for me if you want it right now, okay? Let's see what other questions we have. $1 is better than none. Yes, it is. Let's look at my other page. Launch Fuel. Awesome. Got 14 people watching on Launch Fuel Academy. Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, let's move on. Number 6. So number 1 was talking on a topic that interests people and your knowledge about. Number 2 is decide what platform. Number 3 is the quality. I'm going to get to the monetization in just a minute. So the good stuff is coming. So hang in there with me. 3rd is the quality. Decide what quality. 4th is when. 5th is what type of deliverability are you going to give. And then 6th is surroundings. Okay, 6th is surroundings. Know your surroundings. Now, if you know me, okay, I'm in my home right now, okay? Over on my, which would be my left, your right, you can see my TV. Okay, over here, I've got a dining room, I've got a kitchen, I've got upstairs with where my munchkins are right now. This is just my living room, okay? You can see my couch back here has got a bunch of, it's a leather couch, and it's got a bunch of wrinkles in it where we sit down all the time on it, okay? Back over here, you can see some of my unique photography artwork. I love photography. So I got a bunch of it displayed in my home. These are all buildings downtown Phoenix, Central and Portland to my left is where I used to live. So I got that. It's just my home. Okay. So what I decided for the time being, not for long, but for the time being, my surrounding is going to be in my home. But notice it's clean and clutter free. Here's a big mistake a lot of you guys make. A lot of you guys go to a bedroom and you have doors in your background. Don't put a door in your background. It looks small. Okay. It looks unexpertise. Okay, is that even a word, unexpertise? I don't know. It looks amateur. Okay, so don't put a door in your background. Don't. If you're going to do it from a room, flip your camera some way so you can have something really cool. If you guys go check out Lewis Howes has a video cast that he does, and you'd be surprised if he does that just from a spare bedroom. It's a 12 by 12 spare bedroom in his home. and you look at it and it looks like $1 million. And what he's done is he's gone into a little spare bedroom, he's put a desk in there, but he's defined and decorated his room so his surroundings look incredible. I will tell you this, that if your surroundings are dirty and cluttered or amateurish, they're going to have that same perception about you. They're going to think you're dirty, they're going to think you're cluttered, and they're going to think you're amateur. So make your surroundings look really good. Now, a little trick to this is there is some paper. Let me see if I can Google this. There is some paper. I can't think of it. I'll think of the name of it in a minute. Okay, I'll give you the name of it. But there's some paper that you can buy. It's like 15 bucks. See if I can pull this up. A buddy of mine sent it to me. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, there's some paper that you can buy. It's like, there it is. Okay, it's like really flat paper, and it comes in a roll. I'm gonna put the I'll put the link here into the chat rooms. Okay, this is pretty cool. I just put the link in the chat room, and what it is just flat paper. And you can like, if you're gonna be in a room, you can tack it in your room and pull it really tight, and then you can just put a basic simple light up on the thing, and it makes you look like you are in like a professional studio when really you're just in your spare bedroom. Okay, so what I'll do is it actually has no background. You can get it in red or blue or charcoal or black or yellow or whatever color you want, but just put it behind you. It's going to give you a solid background behind you, and that's a great way to do a live. It's completely clear and clutter-free. It'll make you look like you're in a professional studio. It costs you 15 bucks to do it. You should look into that. I put the link in your room. So decide what are your surroundings, okay? What are your surroundings? Some people like to do like outside, which is fine, but just be careful of the car noise. And what I tell you is make sure you wear one of these, okay? Because this is just going to get the sound, from your microphone. This is tacky. Now I have one of these, okay? This is a really good microphone. This is a Blue Yeti, but my kids broke it, unfortunately, so I haven't got it fixed yet. But I don't like wearing these, okay? So I'd rather wear a Blue Yeti, okay? And then I could speak directly into that, and it makes it sound much more better, and it doesn't have the tackiness of this. I also have a pair of black ones of these that I like a lot, but once again, I have 3 kids, and when you have 3 kids, things disappear. So at least I have 3 kids to blame it on. I'm not saying they took it. I just get to blame it on them, which is really good, okay? Number 7, okay? And the next 3 are really what you're on here for, okay? 7, 8, 9 is really what you're on here for. This is where we're going to grow, influence, and make money. Are you ready? Okay, number 7, grow your audience, okay? Grow your audience. Let's talk about growing your audience, okay? So if I was to, this is where I wish I had my desktop showing. If I was to tell you that there's a way for you to increase your email database 10 times using just Facebook Live, would you be interested? Yes or no? If I told you that there was a way that you could use Facebook Live to 10x your email database, so in other words, to get people in your email database, would you be interested? Yes or no? Let me know. Let me know in the chat room. Would you be interested? Now, the thing with LiveLeap, just FYI, is that there's typically about a 15 to 20 second delay between what I'm saying and what you are hearing. So if you want people to participate with you in the chat room, you have to give them plenty of time to do so, because they're not even hearing what you're saying for 20 seconds, okay? And so sometimes there's even a delay between them putting it in the chat room and you seeing it. So it could be 30 seconds, 35 seconds before they can actually respond to you with Be Live. Now, I want you to look at these comments, just the first 3. Donna says, yes, of course. Keena says, yes. George says, yes. Now, I was going to do this on camera with you, but I forgot. It's not that I forgot. I forgot to connect my laptop to it. But here's what you can do, okay? So imagine I took what I'm talking on today, and I put it in a Cliff Note version, or I put it in some kind of giveaway, or I put it in some kind of checklist, and said, hey, guys, I've got a free giveaway for you. Okay, and I hold it up. I print it off and I hold it up. I got a free giveaway for you. I put together all of this in writing for you. It's a complete no-fail checklist on how to grow an audience, influence others, and make money using LiveStream. I put it in a PDF download. If you want it, go to this link. Okay, and I could create a basic opt-in page where people could go in there and they could click on that, and they could get it. And you would just have to get really good at building an opt-in page and a squeeze page. Pretty simple. It's not hard. You can use the same one for everything. Just change the title and the benefits, okay, or what's in it. And you could actually create a basic squeeze page or opt-in page, and you could gather information. You could pull them off of Facebook and into your email database, and then you can nurture them, okay? So if I had that, many of you guys would want that. If you're like me and you didn't, you could say this. Okay, hey guys, listen, as soon as the show is over, I'm going to be taking all of my notes. I'm going to be putting them in a PDF format. And if you would like it, let me know. Just simply say, give it to me in the chat room. And when I'm done, I'm going to go back and I will email this to you directly. And then what you can do is you can send them a private, then you can go build it later. And then you can then siphon their opt-in at a later time to buy yourself a little bit of time, okay? So that's a really good way to grow your audience. Second way to grow your audience is when people come on, is you need to ask them to share. Hey, do me a favor, okay? Today I'm going to be talking about this, and I really believe that there's so many people that need to hear this, so therefore do me a favor. I'm going to take a 10-second break, and can we just all share this video so this content can get out to the masses? And then stop. Just like I did today. Stop. And pretend like you're doing something. You don't need to share it because it's already on your Facebook. But you can pretend like you're doing something, okay, and give people an opportunity to be able to share your content. That's incredibly important. So give them an opt-in and then give them a share link, okay? Allow them to share it to their audience. That's incredibly, incredibly important. But those are two ways that you can begin to grow your audience. Third way, okay, and this is a big one. And this is the hardest one of all because this takes your time. Okay, the third way is to engage your audience, So what I will do when I'm done with this Facebook Live is I will go back and I will interact with everybody who has said something on my page. And what that will do is it will increase the amount of engagement on the page, and Facebook will think that it's something that everybody needs to watch, and they will boost it onto my page. Now remember, the algorithm is right now only 6% of my audience can see this. Okay, but when I get engagement, it can go from 6 to 16%. The more engagement, the more higher that percentage goes. Okay, but it'll cap out at 16%, and then after 16%, then I got to pay money. I got to put some money down in order to boost it, or go to the editor in the background, and I got to run traffic to it in order to get me more. But when you share it, okay, then it can get to your 6%. Then it can get to somebody else's 6%, and somebody else's 6%, and somebody else's 6%, and that is a way to do that. So you want to engage with your audience wherever you are posting. Okay, so that's how you grow your audience. Another way that you can grow your audience, I guess I did that, is share, giveaway, is you can pay for it. Okay, you can boost it. Okay, so what you can do is if you schedule an event, okay, or schedule a live post, you can go on and you can just, if you're doing it on your personal page, you can actually literally just boost it, okay? Put $20 behind it, and it'll double or triple the amount of people who can see this, okay? And so if you boost it, though, it's all in a creative title, okay? And I didn't even talk about the creative title. I skipped over that earlier. But it's all in your creative title. You have to have a title that grabs people's attention. Now, let's speak about title just for a moment, since I forgot about it in point one, okay? People will watch your video for two ways. One, when you go live, it's going to pop up in their newsfeed that you are live, okay? And if they just know you, they're going to click on it to watch it, but chances are they're going to watch 5 or 6 seconds and they're going to click out. If they watch at least 3 seconds, it's going to count as a view, okay? So you've got to remember, you may have 1,000 views, but you don't know how many people watch it for 3 seconds, or how many people watch 3 minutes, or how many people watch the entire thing. The way to get them intrigued and to stick around is by coming up with a creative title, okay? How to grow an audience, influence others, and make money using LiveStream. It's a creative title. Okay, it piques your interest, okay? So you have to use a title. Okay, number 8, excuse me. Number 8. So number 7 was grow your audience. Number 8, repurpose your content. Repurpose your content. Okay. Now let's think about ways that I could repurpose this information. I already know that I could create a basic checklist because I've got a bullet point, 9 steps. I could come up with a checklist, 9 steps to growing your audience, influencing others, and making money using LiveStream. Okay. I could just turn it into a basic checklist where I put my point, 1 sentence, print it off, PDF, bam, I got it. Second thing that I could do is I could take each and every one of these points, okay? And I could blog about it. I could turn it into a series of blogs, okay? Okay, how to grow, influence others, and make money using live stream, point one, and I could just blog about point one. And so now I have 9 blogs, okay? Third, I can turn it into cliff notes, okay? I can take the entire show, I can boil it down into cliff notes, okay, and I can make that available, which I think is really good. Fourth, I can take just little snippets of the training, okay, and I can turn them into what we call advertorials, where I can advertise those on Facebook, where people can watch a little bit of training. It's going to tease them. It says, if you want the entire training, click the button below. It's absolutely free. Okay, I can do that. Another way that I can do it is I could take and I could teach on every particular topic. I could edit it up, okay, and then I could put it into a 9-part video series, okay, and then when they get video 1, I could then send them an upsell. So listen, I'm going to drip this out to you every 3 days. It's 9 days. It'll take you a month to get all the content. If you want it all right now, click the button below. You can access the entire training for $7. It can become a tripwire, okay? But here is probably the best way that you can repurpose it, okay? The best way that you can repurpose your content is this way, okay? Right here, tune me in. When you go live, okay, when you go live, you need to come on. If you're going to use this for repurposability, you need to come on and you need to ignore the audience. Why? Because about 90% of the people who watch your Facebook Live will watch this on demand. Okay, I've not had any more, so I've got 17 on in one room, 14 on another, so that's what, 31. Okay, and I can't tell the other one. I probably have 40 people watching me live right now, okay? Now, at the end of the day, 1 week from now, there will be about 2,500 to 3,000 people who have watched this, which means that about 90% of the people who watch this will not watch it live. So when you come on and do a live, you need to see, it says live in the upper left-hand corner, go live and just start teaching. Ignore the audience and just go on and teach. The only time you ignore that is when you want to give something away. You can say, hey, if you're watching this live, I've got a free giveaway. Go ahead and click the button, and I'm going to give this to you. If you're watching this on demand, the link is below in the show notes, okay? You can interrupt it that way. Or you can say, hey, some of you guys are watching this live, or some of you guys are watching on demand, and you know that this information would be beneficial. Do me a favor and hit the share button. That's the only 2 times you interact with the audience if you do it the way that I'm going to tell you. And then what you do is you go live and you just start teaching. And you give your information, and then at the end, you stop teaching, give yourself about a 5 to 10 second break, and then engage with the audience. And then what you can do is you can download that video, give it to an editor, you can edit it yourself, chop off all the Q&A, and now you have got an incredible asset that you can use for your business. And you can use this, you can advertise it, you can use it, you know, as a webinar, you can use it as a tripwire, you can use it just as a nurturing video. You can use this for your audience. It becomes an incredible shareable tool. Now, speaking of shareable, here's how I like to do it. Somebody asked me the other day, what's the best way to grow an audience? Okay, I said, well, the best way to grow an audience is to start with a giveaway. Yeah, but I don't have a giveaway. I said, well, you will. Let me show you how to do it. What you're going to do is you're going to do your Facebook Live outline just like I gave you. So, and you're going to make it linear. So this is 9 steps to it. We're on step 8 of 9 right now. You're going to make it linear. Okay, linear simply means it's got steps to it, and that are lineated or delineated via a headline. Okay, so if you're writing an article, you could just simply look at the headlines. You wouldn't have to read any other content, and you would get the gist of the article. So when you're going to go Facebook Live, don't start. So you write an outline, and if you want to grow your audience massively, then write a 2,500-word article on the topic that you're going to be teaching on. Okay? Because some of you are quiet, you're introverted, you're new to this game, you don't know how to make it happen. So write an article. So I can literally sit down and I can write a blog post, a 2,500-word blog post on how to grow an audience, influence others, and make money using LiveStream. I can write that as a blog post, delineate it, make sure the headlines are. Then I take the headlines out. That becomes my giveaway. Okay? Checklist. It's my giveaway. Then my article becomes my article. I can put that on my blog. I can share it on, Funnel Magazine. I can ask other people to blog it. But then I can go on Facebook Live and I can teach it in its entirety. Okay? And I can go on. I can just teach my article in its entirety. Now I have a really cool asset for my business. But then, and here's where the money comes in, then what I'm going to do is every day, since I have 9 points, every day for the next 9 days, I could go on here and I could teach a point. So, hey guys, we're beginning a 9-point series on how to grow an audience, influence others, and make money. So glad that you guys are here. Today I'm going to talk about point number 1, which is picking a topic that interests people and that you are knowledgeable about. And I could just teach on point 1. And at the end of it, I'm going to say, hey, now you're going to want to tune in tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to talk with you about what platform you should use to go live with. And I could go on and I could teach in depth. See, in the article, I just highlighted it. But now I could go in and I could teach in depth on that. And then the next day, point 3, I can talk about quality. I can just teach in depth, and I can bring tools and resources and links and all of that good stuff. I can put some affiliate links in it. Then day 4, I could teach on when you should do it. And I could talk about the power of consistency and can show you examples. And what I could do is every day I could teach in depth on one of these points. And what do you have at the end of it? You have an incredible online course full of resources and notes and links and shareable links and affiliate links. You got an entire 9-point course. I could create an entire online course based just on my little outline right here, if you do it this way. Do you see how powerful it is? And then what you can do is when you teach all those 9 points, you went live because you teach better with an audience. You go, and you're not gonna, when you have an audience on, you don't start over. When you have a camera in front of you and that's all you have, you start over multiple times. And so the roughness of your teaching is actually what makes it more powerful. So now you can have a 9-module online course on how to grow an audience, influence others, and make money using LiveStream, and you've created it in 9 days on Facebook Live. At the end of those 9 days, pull it down, download the videos, chop it up, edit it up, put it on a membership site with ClickFunnels, and now you can sell that thing for like $97 or $197 or $997 if you want to, and now you can monetize your Facebook Live stream. I tell you what, folks, that was money right there. That was big time money, and I didn't even get one little like on that, okay? That should have been blown up right there. That was awesome right there. People want to know, how can I build an online course? Do it this way. It can happen in as many days as you have points, okay? So I've got 9 points on this one, which that was number 9. How do you monetize it? Okay, number 9, how do you monetize it? This could be the way that you monetize it, okay? Just like this. So let's talk a little bit about money and Facebook Live, okay? Okay, you can monetize it a few ways. One, you could actually do your Facebook Live in a private group, and you could charge money for people to watch, to be in that private group, to watch this thing, okay? So you could go on and you could set up a private group, okay? And then you could charge money for people to be in that private group, okay? Hey guys, you got a teaching coming up called How to Grow an Audience, Influence Others, and Make Money Using LiveStream. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you step-by-step examples of what I do to have grown a massive tribe over the past 6 months using LiveStream. I'm gonna show you what I do, that I've made 27 coaching clients using my Facebook Live. I'm going to show you the step-by-steps how to do that. I'm going to give you my email templates. I'm going to give you my funnel templates, blah, blah, blah. It's all going to be on this live training. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, it's $29 if you want to do it. Click the button below, and you're going to gain access to this live training. You can actually monetize your Facebook Live if you do it in a private group. Okay, that's one way. Second way is by turning it into a mini series, like where you take your Facebook Live, you chop it up, put it in a mini series, drip it 3 or 4 days, after the other one. And if they don't want to wait that long, let them click a button, and for $7 and $19, they could watch the entire thing at one time, okay? A third way to do it is you can do a Facebook Live, and at the end of the Facebook Live, you could do like a $97 coaching call. Hey, some of you guys want to know how to take your live stream to a whole nother level. Well, I'd love to get on the phone with you and spend about an hour with you to see if we can craft an entire live stream strategy with you and for you. I charge $97 for those live stream conferences. There's a button below. Just click on it. Pay your $97, schedule your appointment with me, and I'd be happy to jump on the phone and create an entire strategy with you live on the phone. That's another way to do it, okay, just like that. There's multiple ways that you can monetize it. We're not going to get into sponsorship or anything like that, but LiveStream can make you a lot of money if it leads to something, okay? So mini-series, online course, one-on-one coaching, charge for the live stream itself, okay, or have some kind of high ticket that you're offering at the end. You can make a ton of money off of that. Marissa says, Chad, you're doing it again. This was exactly what I needed to hear today. Thank you, Marissa. Really appreciate that. So excited. Yella says, good to know, great info. Mark says, I'm finding Post Boost to be cheaper than Facebook ads and seem to give better ROI. Yeah, if you're doing it on your personal page, Mark, boosting is the best way to do it. Akina says, so good. Danny says, this is brilliant per gold. Thank you, Danny. Really appreciate that. Jake Lynn says, dude, this is gold. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. Audra says, beautiful. Mark says, overwhelming, but good. Mark, perfect. You bring me to an incredible segue. It's overwhelming, wasn't it? What you need to do when you give information that's overwhelming, you need to acknowledge it. And you need to say, hey, now some of you guys feel like you were just drinking out of the proverbial fire hose today. It is just hitting you, and you love the information, but you don't know where to begin. I would love, and I'm not selling anything today, so I'm giving you an example. I would love to work with you and give you a step-by-step game plan on how we can apply this specifically to your life. Hey, I have a 2-hour workshop. It's a one-on-one workshop that I do, that I'd love to be able to get to know you, know your business a little bit, and then I want to be able to craft and design a plan for you when it comes to live streaming, and I can help you make money. It costs $197, but in addition to all the coaching that I'm going to give you, I'm also going to give you a funnel that you can use to broadcast it, that you can use for all of your opt-ins, and I'm going to give you a little email sequence to indoctrinate folks on, that when they click in and download your little email, you're going to have a 3-part video or email series that you can send back to them to indoctrinate them to get them to spend more money with you. Now, how many of you would want that, right? And that's how you sell. Okay, and that's exactly how you sell in these Facebook Lives. So pretty awesome stuff. Hey, I'm going to recap for those who are just tuning in. And if you have any questions, go ahead and please go ahead and put them in. I'm monitoring a couple of rooms today. I'm monitoring the ClickFunnels Design Academy room. I'm monitoring my personal page, and I'm monitoring the Launchful Online Coaching Academy. So if you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and put them in while I am recapping. All right, so recapping. Here's the 9-step ways to grow an audience, influence others, and make money using Livestream. Number 1, you need to pick a topic. Okay, choose a topic that interests people and that you're knowledgeable about. Pick a topic that interests people and that you're knowledgeable about. Okay, and so whether it be coaching or product review or promo of an event, or showing off a house if you're a realtor to promote your upcoming open house, or if you're going to teach a training, if you got a 5-step training, teach step 1, and then invite them to register for the next 4 steps, okay? There's all different kinds of ways. But listen, you don't have to be an extrovert to teach, okay? 9 out of 10 people that you see on TV, whether it be late night, whether it be Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, David Letterman, almost every NBC, Lester Holt, all the news anchors, all the morning anchors, they're all introverts. Introverts make the best folks online. Why? Because you will prepare and not rely on your personality. Whereas extroverts, a lot of times we rely on our personality, okay? Okay, second, decide what platform you're going to do. I use LiveLeap. I just started. I just jumped on today. I use LiveLeap, and it's going to all of my platforms simultaneous. It'll go to LinkedIn. It'll go to Twitter. It'll go to all your Facebook groups, all your Facebook pages, your personal page. It'll do everything. It'll even go to a website. It'll go to email. It can do anything that you want with LiveLeap. For my talk shows, I use BeLive.tv. I use BeLive.tv for that. It's really good as well. Third, quality, okay? Quality. What quality are you going to use? If you're just out and about doing a quick little teaching, you want to use your iPhone, turn it sideways, not up and down, turn it sideways, okay? Look directly into the camera. It can be quick and easy, to the point. It'll give you great quality. Keep it relatively short, 5 to 20 minutes, no more than that. Second one is what we call Cell Phone Plus, which is where you're still using your smartphone, but you've got it on a tripod, and you've got maybe like a circle light or maybe a couple little lights around you. Now, you don't have to get really fancy with these lights. In fact, a friend of mine, David Shrine, who does incredible video, here's what he does. He went down to IKEA. You can also go down to Home Depot. He went down to IKEA, and he purchased those little floodlights, okay? They're like little discs. You put a light in it, and it's got the clamps on them. They can stick somewhere. He purchased 2 of those. He clamps them on his video. And then what he did was he got like some like a diffuser. You can buy these online. It's just a light diffuser, and you can just clip them on there, and it'll diffuse that light, and it'll give you perfect light. If you don't have time to wait for the diffuser, you can actually just use wax paper. Okay, like literally wax paper, not saran wrap, but wax paper. Okay, so you can't see through it, and you can literally paper clip the wax paper on those lights, and it will come and give you really, really good lighting. Okay, that's called Cell Phone Plus. The third one is what I do, which is called desktop. Okay, which is where I'm coming to you from my desktop. I'm looking at the webcam, but remember, the webcam needs to be at your head. Don't have this look. Nobody wants this look. Okay, that's nasty. Okay, what you want is you want that look. You want it to be framed, so you're looking directly in the camera when you're speaking. Or the fourth one, which costs a lot of money, is TV quality. That's where you have a professional camera, professional lights, and you have a professional live stream system software where you're going to go and do it live. And I will tell you, 9 out of 10 people, actually 99 out of 100 do not need to do that. Your cell phone plus and your desktop will get you where you want to go for just a couple $100, okay? I do recommend getting a microphone. I have a really nice microphone. It just happens to be broke right now, so I got to get that fixed. Currently, I'm using just this, but don't use your desktop mic. You got to at least use a cell phone mic, okay? 5 is when are you going to do it? Be consistent, and make sure that you have a day and a time that you're gonna go Facebook Live each and every week when you're teaching long form, like I'm doing now. If it's impromptu, just do it whenever. But you should be live at least 4 to 6 times per week. Okay? So at least one time of that should be long form, and it should be on the same date, same time, every single week, so people can begin to count on it. Number 5 is your deliverability. Okay, figure out, are you going to do one-on-one? Are you going to do interview format? Is it going to be a talk show? Is it going to be a slide deck? Or are you going to do it on your desktop? Okay. Number 6, figure out what your surroundings are. Okay, you want them clean and unclutter-free. Remember, do not use a door. No doors in your videos, okay? When I see people that do Facebook Lives and they have a door in their video, I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, it seems amateur, and I just assume that they're amateur. Okay, so don't put a door in your video. Okay, you don't want to see like a bedroom door. Nobody sees that. Okay, turn it around, switch it up. If you need a great example of this, just Google Lewis Howe's podcast studio. He does it in a 12 by 12 spare bedroom, and you can see how he does it. Okay, and then 7, grow your audience. We talked about creating an opt-in where you can take your teaching and you can opt in, have people opt in on that teaching. Okay, we're like, hey guys, I put this in a free PDF download. Click here and I'll give it to you. We talked about asking people to share it on their page, because remember, you can only get between 6 and 16% of your audience to actually see your Facebook Live. And so when other people share it, you can get their 6 to 16 people. Make sure your Facebook Lives are all public. Don't make them private, make them public. Okay, 3, when you're done, engage with your audience, because when you engage with your audience, your viewership goes up. It'll move it from 6 to 16%. Okay, we talked about a bunch of other things. Number 8, repurpose. And we talked a lot of ways about repurposing it. You can use it for a blog. You're gonna have to just go watch this part again, because if you guys are just brand new, because it's gold. There's a lot of information that I shared in there, but you can use it as a blog. You can use it as a mini series. You can actually I showed you exactly how to turn it into an online course that you can have done in just less than a week. Okay, that one's brilliant. And then you can monetize it. I shared with you multiple ways that you can monetize it, but I want to get to your questions right now, so you guys can have to go back and watch all of that. So Audra says, beautiful. Thank you, Audra. Dustin says, this is great info. All right, no questions, I guess. No questions. All right, guys. Well, hey, God bless you. Have a great day. I'm going to jump off here. I got a couple things to do, and then my afternoon is crazy. We start the interviews today for the ClickFunnels Design Academy. Super, super, super excited. So God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you and see you soon.